Hi guys, and welcome back. So today I want to talk a little bit about a few signs of how you know you're going through a vibrational change or a shift in your life. And I've said once before, it kind of feels like you're losing your mind, and it's just because there's so many different things going on at the same time that you're just like, wait, how can this all be really happening? And it is really happening to a lot of us. And if you're noticing some of these changes, then you are probably going through the shift and the vibrational change, which is an amazing thing. And I just think it's an amazing gift. And I feel so blessed and fortunate to be one of the people who are experiencing a whole lot, at one time, and a whole lot of changes that I don't understand. And you might find yourself feeling the exact same way. And it's pretty intense. Like I said before, this whole month of September, um, even more so, it all started in July. There was like this shift, and then in August was this big shift, and September's supposed to be the month of reaping, and reaping the seeds, so to speak, that we planted in other people's lives, in our lives, just in life in general. Um, so September is the month for reaping those benefits. And I told you guys before, meditate as much as you can this month. Today is September 9th. It was a great day. I woke up feeling not well. I woke up feeling really in a lot of pain, just muscle aches and headache and fighting a cold and wanting to just cancel all the appointments that I had today. Well, I only had one, but canceling the appointment because it was a long appointment. It was like a 5 hour appointment, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it, but I'm so glad that I just pushed through it, and I made it, and I'm really glad that I did, because it was a really, not only did I go for my appointment and have, the service done that I was there for, but I also had some amazing conversation. And it was just the conversation in itself was an awakening. The conversation in itself just hit so many different parts of me that were asleep, or I thought that never even existed, or parts of me that just felt dead. And to know that those parts are still alive, or there are some new parts of me that have awoken, and it's just so exciting. It's so exciting. It's so refreshing. And, I always, when I have these moments, I'm like, oh my God, it's just like, I don't want it to end. And, instead of looking at it as, okay, well, it was good, but now it ended, so now I'm sad again. No, it's embracing the joy of it, embracing the newness of it, embracing the freshness, the enlightenment, and just embracing the fact that these are precious moments. These are moments that I will never get again in the moment. I may have another conversation later on that's equal as this, joyful conversation or enlightenment conversation. And it was just really like speaking to me, speaking to my spirit, it was just a really awesome exchange of information, and a conversation. A conversation goes two ways, and it was just like I had something to say, then what came back to me was just like, right, exactly what I was saying. Or, they would say something and it was exactly what I was thinking, and or what I've been through, or what I'm thinking of doing. And it was just, everything was just right on point. And I know that the reason that I made my appointment today was not for my appointment, but it was for this meet, so to speak, of spirits. And I'm not trying to sound crazy, and like, I am a Christian woman, and I don't feel I need to keep saying that, but I don't want to give the impression that I don't believe in God and I don't have a relationship with Jesus, because I do. Um, I have just been, learning and uncovering so much more that God has created, and why not utilize everything that God has created and everything that God has allowed and given to us to use as tools, um, for a better life, for better quality, to help other people, to help ourselves. And I'm just going to utilize everything on this earth that God created, no matter what it is. It's not idolatry, it's just utilizing and incorporating all these things to a more peaceful, a more serene, a more joyful, and making me a better person, and making me, enlightening me and teaching me and me learning so that I can help other people, and not so much go out and save people, but I'm really sitting back and not sharing too much. That's We can overshare, and I have a tendency to overshare. And in turn, you get a lot of judgment, because not everybody's on the same path as you. So not everybody's like, you think you're saying something that's really going to touch the minds and the hearts of other people, and they're just like, okay, it's just like going over their head like that, because it's like they don't understand. Like, they're not on the path we're on. Those messages that we're getting, they're not getting those messages. I mean, they might be hearing them and they're just like, okay, well, that has nothing to do with me. So, like, whatever. Um, so, only share information right now during this period of transition and during this period of change if people are asking you for your opinion, or asking you for your advice, or asking you, do you feel this, or have you felt that, or am I crazy because, this is what I'm thinking, is what I'm feeling. So anyway, that's kind of like the preface of what I'm talking about and what the signs are of things that I'm experiencing. And I know that other people going through this shift and this transition and this change and this, our vibrations are being raised right now. And it's just such an amazing time. And you might find yourself like watching videos, like binge watching videos, and just losing track of time, and, binge watching things that it's almost like we watch videos for confirmation of things that we're feeling, and we know that we're feeling, but it's like we don't really have those supportive people around us to bounce it off and say, hey, this is what I'm, because they're not going to understand. They're right away going to think you're really losing your mind, like you really have too much time on your hands, or I don't know what it is that you're going through now, but it's really not making sense, and you're going to be judged for it. And I found that to be true, so I kind of stopped immediately, and didn't share. But so we're watching videos for confirmation, and that's okay. Just remembering and knowing exactly what you're feeling and what you're going through is a real thing. You're not going crazy. You're not under attack. You are not being haunted by ghosts and spirits. It's an actual awakening. It's a spiritual awakening. And if you're feeling what I'm feeling, and you're watching this video, or you're watching other videos about awakenings and about numerology and about like number sequences, and seeing the numbers like I talked about, 333, 444, 1111, and seeing them more and more every day, and you're just like, whoa, like, wait a minute, like I was told once before that, especially with the number 1111, that it was it was like somebody was gonna die, like, and that freaked me out for so long, because when my sister was dying, and she was dying from cancer, she was seeing 1111 all the time. And I see 1111 all the time. But I've really learned a lot more about 1111 and 333 and number sequences, and it really, there are messages, and you have to stop and think, when you're seeing 1111, what are you thinking at that moment when you're seeing 1111? Are you in a moment where you're just like, yeah, like, I think I'm on the right path. And then you look over and it's 11:11. That's just confirmation that yes, you are on the right path. You're right where you need to be. And what you're doing or what you're contemplating or what you're planning is going to go well, and keep staying on that path. Don't veer off. We're going to veer off a little here and there, but just know that it's confirmation. So whatever your number is, it might be 185. Like, there's totally no meaning for it, but you can look at it as, maybe think about, okay, who in my life was born in January of 1985, or there's different things that could be going on. Like I said before, you could see license plate numbers and just reoccurring numbers that you're seeing in different places, at the gas station, on the menu, or street signs, street numbers. Just pay close attention, especially if you're seeing the same numbers and you're noticing it, not like, oh, okay, there's that number, that's that number. If you're saying like 444, every single day at 444, or 3-4 times a week, those are all messages and confirmations that your guardian angels or your spirit guides, whoever they are to you, they're just confirming, and they're also trying to get your attention. So you also have to be aware of, I'm not saying bad things are happening, but be aware. And be aware because we don't really know exactly what the message is. So while we're receiving that message and trying to translate that message, just stay calm, go slow, and just think things through, observe, and just stay in tune. But a lot of what I'm feeling, and a lot of other people are feeling, are like chronic uncertainty, like just confusion, just like not trusting. You're just like, I can't trust my own judgment. I can't trust what other people are telling me. Your faith is being questioned, and there's things that are happening that there's just no denying it. Like, it's real. That there's something going on, and it's kind of scary because it's just like, wow, this is really happening. Like, this is really happening, and it's normal. It's normal to have that confusion, to have the indecisiveness, to have the, geez, like, I don't know, I had faith about this and faith about that, but now I'm seeing this change and I'm seeing that change. And they're positive changes, though. These are all positive things. They seem negative because they don't feel good. Things that you were so sure about before, and just like, you just made a decision and you're like, yeah, I'm going with that, and I feel really good about it. And then all of a sudden, something inside you's like, no, don't do that. Or, no, I don't think you should go try to start, a new job or a new business, or start a new relationship or end a relationship, and you were so certain about it before, but then all of a sudden you're just like having all these doubts and uncertainty. And it's all normal. It's all normal, because as we're having those down moments, we're also having the up positive moments, and those positive, all of it is part, it all goes together. So you're in the up and down and up and down and up and down, and it's part of the process, and you have to trust the process, and you have to trust yourself and your own judgment. And the reason that it feels so weird, and the reason that it feels so abnormal, is because it's changing really fast. Like, things are happening really, really fast, at a way faster pace, which is why it seems weird, which is why it seems like, what's going on? Like, something's wrong, something's off. It's because things are changing at a very high speed, and it's not something that's been your normal or our normal or anybody's normal. Things are changing like at the speed of light. Not that fast, but I mean, noticeable changes. People are changing. People that you had faith and trust in are acting different. They're out of character. So you're just like, wow, like, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Like, what is really going on? And just know that that's all part of it, and they're changing also. So because we're all in a different place, in a different part of the path, and not everybody is going through this transition. So as we're changing and becoming a little bit more like our feathers are being ruffled, and it's, there's a little turbulence, and things aren't going smoothly and evenly like they were when we just made up our mind to do this, and we just made up our mind to do that, and everything was feeling like it was right on track, and going according to the way it was supposed to go. And then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, I'm not sure about anything. Like, I don't know what's real, what's not real. I don't know, like, I'm exhausted. I don't have the energy to try to figure this out. I don't have the energy to, if this fails, what am I going to do now, kind of thing. Or do I really have to start over? And yeah, we might have to start over with a new relationship. We might have to start over with a new, moving or something, starting a something different, just any type of change in your life, that you were so sure about before, and now you're just like, wait, like, what's going on? So go within, trust yourself, trust your own judgment, go within, meditate slowly, make decisions, think things through, because things are happening so fast, and sometimes things are changing so fast that we don't even really have a chance to process what it is that's changing. So we're just like not given the opportunity to let it sink in. We're just like, okay, here comes a change. Oh, I gotta go with that, gotta get settled with that, gotta make peace with that change. And then here comes another change. And it's just all happening so fast that we don't have any peace of mind right now, and it doesn't feel good, and there's no joy, and it's just like blah. Like, I feel like a robot. Like, I feel like everything's out of my control. Like, it's going at such a high speed that I can't even grasp like one thing, and then here comes another thing. And it's a scary time. You might have a little bit more support in things that you normally don't, aren't supporting you, and you might have more faith in things and people who usually don't support you, and you're feeling great, and you're like, wow, like, this is awesome. I have this great support. And then you're going to have the moment where you don't trust that person, where that person is acting different when they were just supporting you, and then all of a sudden they changed, and it's almost like you feel like, for me, it's like, who are these people? Like, are these people aliens? Like, are they just like, they say, like, sorry about that, guys, per usual. I was talking about aliens or extraterrestrials, and I don't have nothing against aliens. I have nothing against, a different life on a different planet, and sometimes they come here to study. This is what I've learned, that they come to study us and to learn and see, our technology, and they're so much more advanced than us. I think they're just trying to observe and see, like, just exactly where we're at in that, you know what's our thinking and our thought process and our technology as opposed to theirs. The only reason I'm saying that is because my camera messes up all the time, and if there is a little extraterrestrial, little, alien, or what was that movie with the alien? What was that movie with the little alien kid? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about, the one that dressed up with the hat. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, guys, so if you're having a lot of ups and downs, and you're feeling unbalanced, and you're feeling melancholy, kind of sad, these are all part of the awakening. And everything's going according to plan, though. You just know that everything is going according to plan. And everything's changing, and it's all changing for the better. And we also have like time distortion, like where it's just like all of a sudden before you know it, like you're watching something, before you know it, it's like, wow, how did 2 hours just pass? Like you just lost time. That's normal. And we might have lost some time, and you're having a lot of weird dreams, and you're just having a lot of ups and downs. You feel drained. You don't find pleasure in a lot of things. These are all normal things and part of the awakening. Just know that in the end, it's going to pay off. This isn't a thing that's going to happen continuously, and you're just going to be miserable and end up like jumping off a cliff. It's not going to happen. Just know that you're not alone. Know that it's normal, and know that good things are coming and everything's working out according to the way it's supposed to work out. If you truly believe these things, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're experiencing those things that I'm explaining to you, things that I've learned, things that I heard other people going through, and I know it's not just me. So anyway, you guys, that's just a little bit of just how you can tell if you're going through a spiritual shift or a awakening of sorts. These are all normal things, and you're not alone. So let's talk about it. Please leave your comments, questions, and suggestions down below, and tell me what you think about this awakening. Do your research on it. Don't have to listen to me. Just do your research on all of it, and I'm pretty sure you'll find what I'm saying and some, because there's so much out there too. There's so many resources about it, and it's real. It's real. So I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me and my, my randomness, and my, I got a compliment one time. Then this guy said that, oh, you're so eccentric. And I was just like, oh my God, thank you. Like, I just thought that I was just like bougie and classy. And then I came to find out that eccentric meant that I was kind of weird. So, yeah, I'm embracing my weirdness and my quirkiness, and I love being me. And I hope you guys find me entertaining, if nothing else. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye.